Hey everyone, Raj Sahu here, realtor in Austin, Texas. Back with another model home walkthrough. Today we're going through the Stephani floor plan with David Weekley Homes. I'm going to pan over the neighborhood just because this neighborhood's going to be a little bit more unique compared to what we usually walk through. Simply because this neighborhood's built out for more of an urban feeling, or as they call it, it's urban living in the suburbs. So this is to try to get that happy medium of somebody who needs to go to the suburbs, who's seeking maybe a little bit more affordable homes compared to what's in downtown or around downtown, but they don't want to check out to the burbs, so to speak. They want that medium between getting in the burbs, but feeling like they're still in an urban area. This plan is going to be unique in terms of how it's laid out. The kitchen and main living areas on the second floor. As we enter the first floor, we'll see here in a second that it's basically just a bedroom, a small common area, and a full bathroom. But you'll see how well this opens up when you get into the second story with the tall ceilings. Living room opens up into even a third story. It's just really, really well done. While we look through the bedroom here on the first floor, I want to mention that this plan, as shown in the model, is over 2,100 square feet. That's with a third story addition, so there's lots of options. If you don't do the third story addition, this would just be a plan that's over 1,500 square feet. And when I say lots of options, this can be either a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath or 3 full bath. There's quite a few options, and that big option, of course, is adding that third story, which is such a good addition. I mean, you'll see that here in a second. But on the first floor, we have a bedroom, a full bathroom. As you'll see here, there is a coat closet. As we pan over to the right side, actually, we'll do that here in a minute, but you'll see a hallway that would actually be closed off. That's where you would access your garage. We'll come back to that in a second. But here's a look at the full bathroom. Keep in mind, this is kind of like a spare bathroom. So if you're thinking that this might feel a little bit tight, just know that, again, the common area, the owner's bedroom, kitchen, it's all on that second story. And I think that that's going to be the real value proposition for buying this type of home. This is going to be your laundry room. So it is located on the first floor. And this first floor area is perfect if you have, a guest over and they have their own level to themselves. And that's the hallway that I was mentioning. That would actually be closed off, and that would be access to your garage. So the garage is in the back of the home. They have that open for the builder agent's offices because, of course, this is a model home. As we walk up this stairwell, I will mention I have a little bit of bias for David Weekley. My wife and I actually live in this neighborhood. We absolutely love it. I shouldn't call it a bias. Of course, we did decide on David Weekley because of what's shown here. We love the tall ceilings. We love the windows and the natural light. We just think they do such a good job with it. And of course, for our current situation, my wife has spent many years in Chicago, in Manhattan, and trying to get her to go out to the suburbs where I felt like there was a lot more opportunity, a lot more affordability for us, was very difficult to say the least. But I think she finally caved when we walked through these plans because, again, this is kind of like urban living in the suburbs. So if you're the type of person where you go to a home in the suburbs and it's beautiful, and you go out to the neighborhood, it's peaceful and it's serene, and then you think to yourself, wait a second, I don't really want peaceful, I don't want serene, I want to feel like I'm close to people and community. I think this is a great fit, and you don't really compromise, as you can see here, in terms of open concept. As you saw there, it pans up to the third story if you do that third story addition. Otherwise, I do believe there is a raised ceiling in the living room, but I would have to double check that. And I just think it's so well done where you get this community feel. You get people walking around all the time, walking their dogs. There's actually a dog park within the neighborhood. There's a central park location, as they call it, where they put some picnic benches. You saw a balcony there. I often see people out there drinking their morning cup of coffee, enjoying the sun. And again, that the open to the third story feeling is so difficult to get, especially when you get these homes with less square footage. But David Weekley somehow figures out a way to get that in this type of floor plan. Now, on this second story, we do have, as you saw there, the kitchen, main living area. We do have a powder bathroom, assuming that if you have people over, you're going to probably congregate on that second story. And then we're going to head over to the owner's suite, which does have 2 closets. So as we walk out the stairwell, towards the left was that common area. On the right side is the owner's bedroom. Really well laid out here. This is on the back side of the house. We love the windows. I find so many buyers walk through this plan, and the windows, the natural light that they feel. It's actually pretty surprising, especially with how close the homes are together. But if you have a lot of windows on the back and the front of the house where you don't have a neighbor most of the time, that's where you get your natural light. Here we have quite a few upgrades with the frameless glass shower, the tile to the ceiling, some design here, which I find at the design center, they do it really well, where they have quite a few options. And I should mention at this time, model homes, just like most builders, are usually over upgraded beyond the average of what most homeowners do. So I don't want you to think that this is included in the base price. It is something that we should discuss up front, do our due diligence. And also, I mentioned 2 closets. So this is the first closet that's accessed through the bathroom. And then the other closet is accessed through the bedroom, which we'll see in a second. So 2 closets. I've walked so many of these homes at frame stage, meaning it's just the wood skeleton of the home that's built out. And you'll find that there's no wasted space when you're working with David Weekley. From what I've seen, they just utilize almost every inch. And again, at this type of square footage, having 2 closets, having tall ceilings, it's just something that you don't find with most builders, but really well done here. And while we are walking to the 3rd story, I want to take this time to also hone in on the neighborhood of Presidio Station. I do have inventory available currently. It's first come, first serve. And what I love about this neighborhood is the future developments that are happening. There are 2 children's hospitals being built within walking distance of this neighborhood. One of them, Texas Children's Hospital, which is right down the street. And I think that's bringing a lot of development. There's a lot of apartment complexes coming. And I'm hopeful that that's going to create walkability. Where walkable from this neighborhood, we do have a pond area, like a small park, but I'm hoping for more. And then also we're across from the Metro Rail station. The Metro Rail, I believe, has been underutilized, mostly because of the pandemic. Actually, I want to stop here and just talk about the living room, how well this loft area opens up, and this 3rd story option does add this game room, a bedroom, and a full bathroom. And I think it's a fantastic option, usually for the price point that it takes. I think it's great to have this on the 3rd story. But getting back to the Metro Rail, it was underutilized during the pandemic for obvious reasons. But I think with the recent announcements that they're planning on putting a Metro Rail station at the Domain, which has emerged as our 2nd downtown area. And then also they're planning on putting a Metro Rail station next to the new soccer stadium. It's called Q2 Stadium. It's where Austin FC, our professional soccer team, plays. I think that's going to be great, even if you don't like soccer, but you want a good time or you want to go to a concert. I think they're going to plan on holding events there, and I think that's going to be so good to be walking distance. Actually, right past this window, you might see a parking lot on the opposite side. That's the parking lot for the Metro Rail station. Just really great location. And then this was staged as a study. I think you could fit maybe a smaller bed in this bedroom, but I would say most people like to put their study here on the 3rd floor, where you get a little bit more privacy, and then you have that loft area, which is so well done, which overlooks into the living room. And the advantage of being in having a main living area on the 2nd story is that you get this view out those windows in the back there that you see, whereas on the 1st story, if you have this main living area, maybe you don't get as much of a view unless you're looking out to like a courtyard, which they do have in some of these neighborhoods. But that's why that 2nd story main living area is so well done, where the open concept and the natural light that's coming in is just something that you don't find. I think it's unique to this type of build. And then as we walk out here, if you do like this type of content, feel free to subscribe. It does support the channel. Like the video and comment below on what you like or don't like about the model home. I always enjoy reading through those. And of course, if you are looking at real estate in Austin, feel free to reach out to me. I am a realtor here and always happy to help. And outside of Austin, let me know. I can always connect you with an agent. Take care, everyone.